All right, so we are back once again for the infrastructure bill breakdown. So thanks everyone who is watching. But before we actually get into that, just to kind of go over some things, a little housekeeping here. We are actually going to have a special community call in wrap up on the 28th. I believe, yes, the 28th of December. So if you are available at 9 o'clock, we'll have a special community call in. But we're going to actually finish up the infrastructure bill before we start our regularly scheduled program in 2022. Not exactly sure when that will be. Maybe sometime in January or most likely in February. We're going to start the community call in program, but just hit that bell and we will continue to give you that information.
Right, just definitely hit the bell so you will not miss a notification on when ETM Media will be going live. Yeah.
All right. And we also have Blacklisted, which me and my partner Kim worked diligent on. We were actually wanting to present this to the task force, the DOJ. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So we're going to post it, give it to the family to hopefully get some feedback, some information about Hollywood and how basically Hollywood has blacklisted Black people from all sorts of types of, what should I call it? Um,
Economic inclusion
economic,
from
yep,
below the line to above the line, executives, crew, cast, just really been locked out of this industry.
yep, just pretty much as Kim was saying, just the positions from the talent agents as well, from everything. So we're going to present that, post it up. Please like, share, subscribe, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But whatever you do, we just like, your feedback. We'd
No,
appreciate
no,
that.
no, no thumbs down. You could,
Okay, no thumbs
yeah,
down. We
you
did
could.
work pretty hard on it. So no thumbs down, no thumb downs, family. But we're going to be posting that for individuals that do celebrate Christmas on the 25th. Uh, so hopefully it'll be a special gift for you. For those who don't celebrate Christmas, we're going to be posting on 25th for the holidays.
Something in your digital stocking to look
Yep.
forward to.
And then we have the one and only reparations now. It's going to be fire. That is going to hopefully come out 2022. We're currently raising funds, and I don't know. Should we talk about the grant or not?
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But what
Okay.
you can do is go to the Reparations Now GoFundMe page and drop a couple coins, help us out to get this thing produced.
Yes, we would greatly appreciate that. All right. So let's see here. I guess let's get into it on the infrastructure bill. So last time we left off, see, where do we leave at? Okay, so here's where we left off. Looks like, just to kind of sum it up, it looks like they were talking about the Minority Business Development Agency, the MBDA. So go check out, if you haven't, on our last infrastructure bill video. Check that out there. And then I guess we're going to continue with the next page here. I don't know, Kim, do you want me to continue to read and you can take the next page, or how do you want to do
Sure,
this?
sure. I'll pick it up after you.
Okay. So, in general, in addition to the regional offices that the undersecretary is required to establish under paragraph 2, the undersecretary shall establish such other offices within the agency as are necessary to carry out this vision. Regional offices. In general, in order to carry out this division, the Undersecretary shall establish a regional office of the agency for each of the regions of the United States as determined by the Undersecretary. B. Duties. Each regional office established under subparagraph A shall expand the reach of the agency and enable the federal government to better serve the needs of minority business enterprises in the region served by the office, including by understanding and participating in the business environment of that region. That's one. Two, working with MBDA business centers that are located in that region. That's section 1. Section 2, resource and lending partners of other appropriate federal agencies that are located in that region. And section 3, federal, state, and local procurement offices that are located in that region. And then goes on to point 3, being aware of business retention or expansion programs that are specific to that region. 4, seeking out opportunities to collaborate with regional public and private programs that focus on minority business enterprises. And 5, promoting business continuity and preparedness. Title 1, existing initiatives. Subtitle A, market development research and information. Section 100101, private sector development. The Undersecretary shall, whenever the Undersecretary determines such action is necessary or appropriate, 1, provide federal assistance to minority business enterprises operating in domestic and foreign markets by making available to those business enterprises either directly or in cooperation with private sector entities, including community-based organizations and national nonprofit organizations. A, resources relating to management. B, technological and technical assistance. C, financial, legal, and marketing service. And D, services relating to workforce development. 2, encourage minority business enterprises to establish joint ventures and projects. A, with other minority business enterprises, or B, in cooperation with public sector entities or private sector entities, including community-based organizations and national nonprofit organizations to increase the share. And then I'll pass the baton.
Okay, increase the share of any market activity being performed by minority business enterprise. And 3, facilitate the efforts of private sector entities and federal agencies to advance the growth of minority business enterprises. Section 100102, public sector development. The Undersecretary shall, whenever the Undersecretary determines such action is necessary or appropriate, 1, consult and cooperate with public sector entities for the purpose of leveraging resources available in jurisdictions of the public sector entities to promote the position of minority business enterprises in the local economies of these public sector entities, including by assisting public sector entities to establish or enhance A, programs to procure goods and services through minority business enterprises and goals for that procurement. B, programs offering assistance related to 1, management, 2, technology, 3, law, 4, financing, including accounting, 5, marketing, and 6, workforce development, and C, informational programs designed to inform minority business enterprises located in the jurisdictions of those public sector entities about the availability of programs described in this section. 2, meet with leaders and officials of public sector entities for the purpose of recommending and promoting local administrative and legislative initiatives needed to advance the position of minority business enterprises in the local economies of those public sector entities. And 3, facilitate the efforts of public sector entities and federal agencies to advance the growth of minority business enterprises. Section 100103, research and information. A, In general, in order to achieve the purpose of this division, the undersecretary shall A, collect and analyze data, including data relating to the cause of success or failure of minority business enterprises. B, conduct research studies and surveys of one, economic conditions generally in the United States, and two, how the conditions described in Clause 1 particularly affect the development of minority business enterprises, and C, provide outreach, educational service, and technical assistance in, at a minimum, the five most commonly spoken languages in the United States to ensure that limited English proficient individual receive culturally and linguistically appropriate access to the services and information provided by the agency. And okay, these five most commonly used languages in the U.S. Want to take a stab at what they might be?
Well, I hope English is one of them.
Let's hope it's still one of them.
I'll let you guess the second one.
AAVE.
AAVE. Yeah, you have to explain what is AAVE.
African American Vernacular. What's the E stand for? But basically, Ebonics.
Gotcha. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that Spanish is going to be one of them.
Yeah, maybe Tutneys. Maybe Tutneys. No.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I doubt it. Probably. I would say definitely English and Spanish. I'm pretty sure at least the top two, because that just depends on where you're at in terms of adding any additional most commonly spoken languages. But
Yeah, well, here
definitely
in
some
California, definitely English and Spanish.
Spanish.
So
Yeah.
we'll have to make a mental note to figure out what those other three languages are.
Yeah. Well, I would say also in Texas, Florida, New York, you would have English and Spanish. A lot of places actually probably be English and Spanish. In California, I don't know about common, but some probably Asian oriented, like Japanese or Chinese or Korean or Vietnamese.
Those are probably the other
Qualify.
three. Probably all the other three. You don't think anything from the motherland? Any tongues from the motherland made it into that top
Yeah,
five roundup?
no, nope. Not this go around. But yeah.
All right. Hey, did we finish that one?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is because you said and.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I guess I'll start with here. And two, may perform an evaluation of programs carried out by the undersecretary. Man, there's a lot of
Who
undersecretary
is this
going on.
undersecretary? Do we even know who this undersecretary is? Another mental
Yeah,
note. Figure out who this undersecretary, because they hold a lot of power in this
mental
process.
note, family. Mental note. You got to figure out who this undersecretary is. So the undersecretary and why do they have to say undersecretary? Isn't there like a under like something when you like die or something like the Undertaker? Thank you. Like that just sounds scary. The undersecretary. Anyway.
We got to figure out what that's all about.
Yeah. So the Undertaker. I'm just kidding. The undersecretary that are designed to assist the development of minority business enterprises. B. Information clearinghouse. The undersecretary shall 1. Establish and maintain an information clearinghouse for the collection and dissemination to relevant parties, including business owners and researchers, of demographic, economic, financial, managerial, and technical data relating to minority business enterprises, and 2. Take such steps as the undersecretary may determine to be necessary and desirable to A. Search for, collect, classify, coordinate, integrate, record, and catalog the data described in paragraph 1, and B. In a manner that is consistent with section 552A of Title 5, United States Code protect the privacy of the minority business enterprises to which the data described in paragraph 1 relates. Subtitle B, Minority Business Development Agency Business Center Program, Section 100111, definition. In this subtitle, the term MBDA Business Center Program means the program established under Section 113. Then it goes on to Section 100112, the purpose. The purpose of the MBDA Business Center Program shall be to create a national network of public-private partnerships that, 1, assist minority business enterprises in A, accepting capital, contracts, grants, and B, creating and maintaining jobs. 2, provide counseling and mentoring to minority business enterprises. And 3, facilitate the growth of minority business enterprises by promoting trade. Section 100113, establishment. In general, or A, in general, there is established in the agency a program, 1, that shall be known as the MBDA Business Center Program. 2, that shall be separate and distinct from the efforts of the Undersecretary under Section 101 and .3, under which the Undersecretary shall make federal assistance awards to eligible entities to operate MBDA business centers, which shall, in accordance with Section 114, provide technical assistance and business development services or specialty services to minority business enterprises. And B, coverage. The Undersecretary shall take all necessary actions to ensure that the MBDA Business Center Program, in accordance with Section 114, offers the services described in Sections A3 in all regions of the United States. So it sounds to me that, I don't know
They're
if
gonna be
your
all in your
interpretation.
business.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, number one, but hopefully, maybe I'm interpreting this wrong, but and maybe it's not in that language, but some accountability. Maybe that's what it's saying. I don't know.
Accountability for
For the MBDA, the business center. I
yeah.
could be wrong though. I don't know.
Yeah, we shall see. I still need to deep dive on this MBDA business center program. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, hopefully there definitely needs to be some accountability,
Oh yeah,
with
yeah,
this
yeah.
program.
Right, right. Well, I mean, it sounds like they're going to be offering a lot of technical assistance, workforce training assistance. I mean, do we even know what the up? Looks like there might be a dollar amount down here at the bottom. So why don't I just start reading?
All right.
Section 100114, grants and cooperative agreements. Requirements. A, requirements. A MBDA Business Center, referred to in the subtitle as a center with the respect to the federal financial assistance award made to operate the center under the MBDA Business Center program. 1, shall A, provide to minority business enterprise programs and services determined to be appropriate by the Undersecretary, which may include 1, referral services to meet the need of minority business enterprises, and 2, programs and services to accomplish the goal described in Section 101 1. B, develop, cultivate, and maintain a network of strategic partnerships with organizations that foster access by minority business enterprises to economic markets, capital, and contracts. C, continue to upgrade and modify the services provided by the center as necessary in order to meet the changing and evolving needs of the business community. D, establish or continue a referral relationship, not less than one community based organization. And E, collaborate with other centers. And 2, in providing programs and services under the applicable MBDA Business Center agreement, may A, operate on a fee for service basis, or B, generate income through the collection of 1, client fees, 2, membership fees, and 3, any other appropriate fees proposed by the center in the application submitted by the center under subsection E. B, term. Subject to subsection G3, the term of an MBDA business center agreement shall be not less than 3 years. C, financial assistance. 1. In general, the amount of financial assistance provided by the Undersecretary under the MBDA Business Center Agreement shall not be less than $250,000 for the term of the agreement. Matching requirement. 2. Matching requirement. A. In general, a center shall match not less than 1/3 of the amount of the financial assistance awarded to the center under the term of the applicable MBDA Business Center Agreement, unless the Undersecretary determines that a waiver of the requirement is necessary after a demonstration by the center of a substantial need for that waiver. B. Form of funds. A center may meet the matching requirements under subparagraph A by using 1. Cash or in-kind contributions without regard to whether the contribution is made by a third party, or 2. Federal funds received from other federal programs. 3. Use of financial assistance and program income. A center shall use.
All right.
I'll just go ahead and finish if you'd like. A, all financial assistance awarded to the center under the applicable MBDA Business Center Agreement to carry out subsection A, and B, all income that the center generates in carrying out subsection A. 1. To meet the matching requirement under paragraph 2 of this subsection, and 2, if the center meets the matching requirement under paragraph 2 of this subsection to carry out subsection A. D. Criteria for selection. The Undersecretary shall 1. Establish criteria that A. The Undersecretary shall use in determining whether to enter into an MBDA Business Center Agreement with an eligible entity, and B. May include criteria relating to whether an eligible entity is located in 1. An area the population of which is composed of not less than 51% socially or economically disadvantaged individuals as determined in the accordance with data collected by the Bureau of the Census. 2. A federally recognized area of economic distress, or 3. A state that is underserved with respect to the MBDA Business Center program as defined by the Undersecretary, and 2. Make the criteria and standards established under paragraph 1 publicly available, including A, on the website of the agency, and B, in each notice of funding opportunity soliciting MBDA Business Center agreements. E. Applications. An eligible entity desiring to enter into an MBA Business Center agreement shall submit to the Undersecretary an application that includes 1. A statement of A, how the eligible entity will carry out subsection A, and B, any experience or plans of the eligible entity with respect to 1. Assisting minority business enterprises to I. Obtain AA, large-scale contracts, grants, or procurements. BB, financing, or CC, legal assistance. 2. Access established supply chains, and 3. Engage in AA, joint ventures, teaming arrangements, and mergers and acquisitions, or BB, large-scale transactions in global markets. 2. supporting minority business enterprises and increasing the size of the workforces of those enterprises, including with respect to a minority business enterprise that does not have employees, aiding the minority business enterprise in becoming an enterprise that has employees, and
All right. Do you want me to finish this one up and then we could wrap it?
sure.
All right. And 3, advocating for minority business enterprises. And 2, the budget and corresponding budget narrative that the eligible entity will use in carrying out subsection A during the term of the applicable MBDA Business Center agreement. F, notification. If the undersecretary grants an application of an eligible entity submitted under section E, the undersecretary shall notify the eligible entities that the application has been granted not later than 150 days after the last day on which an application may be submitted under that subsection. G, program examination, accreditation, extensions. 1, examination not later than 180 days after the date of enactment of this act, and biennially thereafter, the undersecretary shall conduct a programmatic financial examination of each center. 2, accreditation. The undersecretary may provide financial support by a contract or otherwise to an association not less than 51% of the members of which are centers to A, pursue matters of common concern with respect to centers, and B, develop an accreditation program with respect to centers. 3, extensions. A, in general, the undersecretary may extend the term under subsection B of an MBDA business center agreement to which a center is a party if the center consents to the extension. B, financial assistance. If the undersecretary extends the term of an MBDA business center agreement under paragraph 1, the undersecretary shall, in the same manner and amount in which financial assistance was provided during the initial term of the agreement, provide financial assistance under the agreement during the extended term of the agreement. H, MBDA involvement. The undersecretary may take actions to ensure that the agency is substantially involved in the activities of centers in carrying out subsection A, including by 1, providing to each center training relating to the MBDA Business Center program. 2, requiring that the operator and staff of each center A, attend, looks like 1, a conference with the agency to establish the services and programs that the center will provide and carrying out the requirements before the date on which the center begins providing those services and programs. And 2, training provided under paragraph 1. Section 2B, receive necessary guidance relating to carrying out the requirements under Section A, and Section 2C, work in coordination and collaboration with the undersecretary to carry out the MBDA Business Center program and other programs of the agency. 3, facilitating connections between centers and a federal agencies other than the agency as appropriate. And
Okay, so from the date in which the center begins providing those services, I wonder what that date will be, because it sounds like there's a lot of onboarding for these MBDA business centers, from my comprehension of this passage.
yeah, it definitely looks like a lot of orientation is going to be involved with whatever business entity they're going to be involved with. So this is very interesting how all this is going to play out.
But we will definitely be keeping an eye on it here at ETM Media Group.
For sure. I think that's about it. So once again, family, like, share, and subscribe.
And hit the bell, so you get those notifications, since we are kind of, on holidays, sporadic. hiatus, but we are still working. So hit that bell so you don't miss a beat.
Yep. So once again, Blacklisted will be up on the site on our page the 25th. So definitely check that out. Would love your support on that one. And then please, go support us. Our GoFundMe is up. Our GoFundMe is up. The link is at the bottom. And help support. I mean, anything you can contribute. Hopefully, you have more than a penny, but if it's a penny is all you have, we greatly appreciate that as well, for your support, for our documentary called Reparations Now.
Yes, and all donors and contributors will receive some sort of credit in our documentary credit roll. So there's that too. Make history with us.
Make history. So, on that note, family, until next time, be safe, take care, and we'll see you later.
All right. Peace and reparations, fam.